What's up, everyone? This is Christian Duke, and you are watching Strength Addicts here on Instagram Live, brought to courtesy of BlackstoneLabs.com, the holy grail of hardcore bodybuilding supplements. Remember, if you're looking to get involved in the fitness industry, look no farther than the Blackstone Labs Legion. Also, big thank you to our supporting sponsor, TedMedicalCenter.com, for all your TRT medical weight loss and the brand new ECA Plus stack that's got the whole fitness industry talking. Also, be sure to check out Team Titan if you want to get involved in the industry and make some great lasting connections. So today I'm super excited to have with me figure champion Robbi Tyler. She is also a co-owner of Next Level Sports Nutrition, an amazing franchise in Kentuckiana that's just spreading like wildfire at a time when, retail giants like GNC and Vitamin World and Vitamin Shop are scrambling to figure out how to make money in an ever evolving industry. And they're filing for bankruptcy protection, and they're laying people off, and they're shrinking. Next Level Sports Nutrition is exploding. So they know what they're doing. And Robbi and Chad and Pasha, they're proud owners of one of the many franchises, and they're doing really well. I want to remind everybody to please check out the new This Week in Bodybuilding, which is available on IGTV at Strength Addicts, and also the Strength Addicts YouTube channel. Also, be sure to check out my brand new article at ironmagazine.com. And of course, I'm going to bring Robbi on, and we're going to talk about business, her very big success at the recent Tricky Jackson, working with Steve Weingarten, and so much more. So let's see if she's here. There she is. And we're going to under 30 minutes so that we can put it in its entirety at NPC, not NPC, at Kentucky, all the pages. What's up?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Did you get off work okay?
Yep, everything went good. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, because initially we were planning on 7, but I know that you said, if you had like a last customer, next level, you want to give the best customer service, so you can't rush
Right.
the customers.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, I've been wanting to interview you for a long time. There's just so many things about you. I mean, we got the competitive side, but then we also have the business side. You've always been loyal to Next Level, like way before you were a franchisee. So
Right.
I'd like to ask that question first, which is odd because it's like there's so much to cover, but I'm just curious because,
Sure.
back in the day, there was a little bit of like supplement shop wars and such, and your loyalty was never in question. So how did you get involved in the whole Next Level orbit?
I think we've been shopping at Next Level for a long time. In 2018, I believe, is when Chad competed the first time with me at the Kentucky Muscle. At that time, it was right after the show, Sean and Amy had reached out um, to give the overall competitors who didn't receive anything at the Kentucky Muscle, unfortunately, bags. It was six-pack bags. And that meant a lot to us that they were willing to just do that. They didn't have to do that, but they did that for all the overall competitors there that won. And then since then, we were friends with them. That made a big impact. Their customer service was always outstanding. 2019 rolled around. We were at the gym. We've known Pasha for years. He was talking about starting a Next Level in Indiana, and that's something that Chad and I both discussed quite a bit, that we would be interested one day maybe opening up a nutrition shop. And he was talking about doing that and was looking for a partner, and one thing led to another, and here we are.
That's so cool. That's awesome. I think, I don't know, I almost think that at one point in time, you guys were supposed to get the old blueprint, and that still never like went through. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I know that, the empire building process has taken some time, but it's every time you look up, there's a new Next Level, and they're all making money. And in Louisville, I think there's 3, and then there's one in Indiana, right? And one
Yeah,
in like,
so yeah, there's the one in Lexington, one on Dixie, and then Firstborn, Middletown, Westport, and then us in Jeffersonville. So
wow. I
6
think there's
total.
another one that's coming too, right?
Yes, in Shepherdsville.
In Shepherdsville. And then John
So those
Chaney's, is that Dixie?
I think Sean and Amy have that one.
Okay, I know John Chaney's got one, and it's just like
Oh,
they're just
Dixie. John has Dixie. Yes, I'm sorry, I misunderstood the question.
yeah, they're just doing so well. And you walk into them, and they're like always immaculate, well stocked, great selection. I mean, I'm very impressed. And again, they're always I mean, you guys have always been very supportive of the seminars. The last one that I was a part of was in 2020, and no question. I mean, it always like gift cards and supplements, and just no question. So I think that's really important. And then of course. with Gene and Tina Good, you know, with the Kentucky Open, the partnership there. I
Yeah.
mean, that's going to go on forever, it seems.
Yeah, it seems that way. Yeah. Sean and Amy are great people. Gene and Tina, great people. So yeah,
Hmm.
power couple.
Definitely, and consistency. And I'll get to the couples too, because I think that's so cool how much you and Chad share. You know, you've got the stage, you've got work. You know, some couples need to like almost have to have like X amount of hours a day away from each other just so the relationship succeeds. It seems like you guys are together all the time, and your relationship's doing fantastic. So
Yeah.
it's just, you know, just so much to talk about. But um, another person that you've been very, very loyal to. You've been very loyal to the Next Level, but you've also been extremely loyal to Steve
Yeah.
Weingarten, who,
Hmm.
you know, I know everybody has different opinions on coaches. I think he's probably the best coach in the region. You know, I've had
I
folks
agree.
that, yeah, I've had folks that have gone to other coaches for whatever reason, but I still think he's the best. Um, how did you and Steve cross paths, and what's it been like working with him all these years?
Working with Steve has been amazing. I love working with Steve. We've been together since 2017. Um, at the time, I knew that I was at a point when I was going into figure that I needed somebody that really knew their stuff to help me. I started in bikini actually, and then was working my way up into figure. A buddy of ours that used to be a workout partner of Chad's had worked with Steve, had great things to say about him. So I reached out, and one thing led to another, and here we are.
That's so cool. And again, something that's also very interesting is that you guys also, in addition to working together, in addition to both competing, you share the same coach. That's
Yeah.
also very rare.
Yep. And it works out great. Yeah, we love it. It makes life so much easier, actually.
Definitely, definitely. And I think it's good to like grow with a coach. Also, you know, he
Oh, yeah.
knows your physique. He knows like, you know, if something were to go wrong, he knows how to fix it.
Yep.
I think it's a good thing. And again, just recently at the Tricky Jackson, like, how did you do there?
Oh, I didn't do the turkey. I did the Kentucky Open.
The Kentucky Open. That's
Yep.
why I was, and because you had sent pictures of the Kentucky Open, and I was like wondering why. So how did you do at the Kentucky Open?
I won the overall figure title at the Kentucky Open. We had the best package that I brought, and we look forward to trying to beat that next year, actually. I think we're going to move on to nationals.
This is one, and now I have to be so careful how I navigate these waters here. Um, the Tricky Jackson is an amazing show. It's an amazing, amazing show. It's the oldest show in Kentucky, longest running show in Kentucky. But you know, winning the Open is, you know, and again, you know, you know, being respectful is a much bigger show. You know, it's a, you know, that's a big deal. So my gosh, this is like one of those oh wow moments. So that's
Yep.
awesome that you have that achievement. Again, no disrespect to Tricky, amazing show, but I mean, let's be honest, the Open's a way bigger show in terms of numbers.
Right.
You know, um, so I think that's really cool. And then going to the national stage, I think, you know, figure I think is in a really good spot right now, Robbi, because like, you know, I think the judges are really implementing the guidelines more so because if they don't, you know, figure is going to be women's physique. I mean, that's just, it's going to be a runaway train. So I
Yeah.
really think that, you know, they're looking into that more because I don't think you want to be a women's physique competitor. I think you're like your traditional figure competitor, and that should be good enough to turn pro.
Right. Right. Fingers crossed. Yeah. I'm not trying to do physique. I
Right.
respect those women, but that's just, no,
So, now,
not for me.
speaking of physique, of course, we got
Mhm.
Louisville's own Jody Engel. She looks
Yeah.
fantastic. She has no
Yeah.
waist at all, which is
Yep.
crazy. But one thing that always comes to mind when I think of you and I think of Chad is that picture that I think you should put everywhere. Him doing the leg press, you on top of the leg press and pointing at him. Like, who took that shot? Like, where is that shot from? Like, when did that happen?
Um, that happened right after the Kentucky Muscle in 2018. Gustavo actually did a photo shoot with Chad, and then they put me up on the leg press. We did that at the factory, actually.
Okay.
It was a really fun time.
That is a like epic picture. I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
get more hardcore than that. And
Yeah.
usually you might see something like that in the magazines, but it would be like two random people. It would not be a couple. It's
Right.
just a very, very cool picture. Yeah, Gustavo's fantastic. Does
He
really,
is.
really good work. I haven't seen him in years. I don't do contest coverage anymore, but you know, I think he's really, really good. So with regards to, you know, just sort of I'm a big, you know, to me, multitasking is such an important thing. And I know it's kind of cliche to ask, like, you know, how do you get it all done? You know, they're not making more hours in the day, but like, how do you get it all done? I mean, again, we're doing this interview again based on the closing time at the store, based on the fact that you didn't want to like, shortchange any customer
Right.
on good customer service. So how do you make it all work? And then on top of that, compete?
Well, I'm very busy, but I definitely have great partners. Chad, of course, Pasha, his wife Tessa, Sean and Amy, and then a great coach, Steve. So we're all there together. We're all in it together. I couldn't do it without Pasha and Chad and Tessa, Sean and Amy. So it's all of that combined into one. It makes it happen. We make
Definitely.
it.
Yeah, and I think that the good thing about Next Level also is that, we oftentimes hear about buying local.
Mhm.
We also hear about empowering women and seeing more women, basically in corporate jobs and ownership positions, more shot callers. And I mean, Amy is like, and you are both such integral parts of the company and growing the company that I think that's also like a really good positive role model, like good positive, a business role model that you're doing as well.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree very much so. And Amy is a huge role model for sure. She has killed it in the business.
Definitely, definitely. Now, your other half, Chad, is just, like again, I have not interviewed him before, and I would like to,
Mhm.
but he's just got like so much muscle and so much potential, and it's just like honestly, like what are I don't want you to tell me everything that he's got planned, but what is he also eyeing the national stage?
Yeah, so we've been trying to get him to do nationals for since 2018, and he every time he goes to do it, he feels like he's not ready. So it's almost like we were trying to convince him. And then he was ready last year, but then of course Corona happened and the world shut down. So next year he got his qualification at the Kentucky Open, and then next year he plans on going, I think, to nationals. They're looking at the North Americans as well as the Masters Nationals. So think it's up to him and Steve to decide which one they're going to do, but I think he's actually going to make it next year, finally.
Right. And he also did very well at the Open, and
He
he
did.
always does well. Yeah. But he's got, I didn't know this until asking you, but it's such an old school mentality of not being good enough for the national. I mean, you win overalls, you get top honors, you're good enough, but
Yeah.
still it's like the national stage is like kind of like hollowed ground almost. And then you
Right.
have the flip side, which are the more younger guns that are like, as soon as they get a national qual, it's like bam, they're off to the national, even if they're not ready. So it's kind of like, he's got the old school extreme, which is interesting because when he finally does get there, he's just going to clean house.
I think so too. And Steve thinks so. We all do. It's just he's a very humble person, and he's just, I don't know. He doesn't see what we see, I guess.
Right.
I mean, I think he
Well,
does to an extent, but he's not going to like brag about it or be conceited or anything like that.
right.
I think
And
he's
honestly,
definitely.
yeah, and honestly, I can't think of what he would need to do. I mean, like he comes in condition. He's got a ton of
Yeah.
muscle. I've seen him pose a few times, not recently, but when I saw him pose, that seemed to be on point as well. I think everybody that poses, everybody that preps with Steve, I think knows the value of posing. I
Right.
mean,
Steve like drills it into us
right?
that
No,
we
for sure,
have to practice and we have to hold the posing for the endurance. Yeah.
for sure, for sure. So yeah, so I mean, in addition to the national stage, what are some other goals that you have for yourself? I mean, of course, with Next Level, competing, personally, spiritually, like what are some things that you'd like to accomplish, like in the near and distant future?
Yeah, I mean, definitely nationals, of course. To go pro would be awesome. That would be definitely a good goal to have. As far as the next level, maybe one day we may have a second store in Indiana. Who knows? Sky's the limit.
I'm wondering why Next Level's laughing. I don't know if that's Sean or Amy, but somebody must have made a comment. Let me read some of these because I'm horrible at reading these, and people
Yeah,
actually insult me after these because like actually some people have left some really good comments and I don't read them. So I just
I'm
want
the
to say
same
thank
way.
you to everybody that came in. Um, Let me see. It looks like a lot of people are watching but not talking. So at least then I don't feel bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will be at the Olympia. And do you think that's an Isa Pacini question? And Steve's in here. Steve, thank you for coming in. And of course, Chad's in here. And a lot of people from Blackstone. We got Steph Loki from Australia.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's like speaking of COVID, Australia's like a police state. She can only go like 5 kilometers from the door of her house, or she'll get arrested. I mean, I'm not even
Oh,
kidding. It's
Lord, that's
pretty.
gorgeous.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. So yeah, Omni Muscle, what's up? Greg Mueller, what's up? Thanks guys for coming in. So yeah, so no comments, which is good too because that means people are listening
Yep.
and the numbers are good. So yeah, so yeah, the national stage would be great. It would be great to see both of you turn pro, and I have no
That
doubt
would
that
be,
once you turn pro, you'll want to compete as pros.
yep, that's the
So
plan. Yeah, that would be a huge accomplishment if we could both do it. That would be great.
definitely, and
I
I
know it's
don't know
hard
what.
to do, but
hmm And I don't know what Brent offers in terms of pro divisions. I'm pretty sure he offers figure. I'm not sure, but
yeah,
it'd be, does he?
yeah, he does. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think they do. I think they're
Yeah,
growing a little bit, but yeah, figure has been there for a long time, I believe, at the Kentucky Muscle.
yeah. I mean that how cool would that be? Like if you got your pro cards, then you competed at the Kentucky Muscle as pros, maybe like shot up to Indy also for Dave Bauer shows.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
there's a lot of stuff in this area, and of course it would promote the company as well. I mean it would just be a win-win all around. So.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Robbi, I really, really want to thank you for doing this. This has been a lot of fun, and I'm hoping I can interview you in person. I want to check out your store,
Yeah,
which is not
yeah.
that far away. Yeah, and you guys, it seems like Next Level does a lot of stuff also at Everyday Athletes also, which I've only been to that gym once for I covered a powerlifting meet, and it was amazing. It was such a cool gym.
Yes, I've
So,
heard great things about that gym. Haven't been there yet. It's on the to-do list, but I've
right,
heard so many good things about that gym
definitely,
and the
definitely.
equipment.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. That too, yeah. And I even asked Sean like, what gym should I join? And because LAC Westport closed down, just totally out of the blue. And I joined LA Fitness. I guess it's called a Sporta now. I'm not going to probably stay too long, so I'm really hoping for the Crunch Fitness in Middletown to open. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I mean, it can't be soon enough.
Right.
So definitely, but yeah, I really appreciate you doing this, and
Yeah, thank you for having
congratulations.
me.
Yeah, my gosh, overall at the Open, that's massive. That's so cool. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I was so shocked myself, but we did
huh?
it. I said I was shocked myself at at the Kentucky Open, but we did it. We
Yeah,
finally did it.
and that stage, I let me just say one last thing. That stage that Gene and Tina put on there, I mean, I've covered a lot of shows around the country, internationally also. That stage is second to none. Now they got the rings too. Did you get a ring?
I did get a ring. Well, they're giving it to us. They had to size it and everything like that. But yes, we are getting rings, and I'm so excited. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ring looks so cool. I mean, just the production value is just fantastic. And again,
Hmm.
I'm not doing it just to like put out the good vibes, but it just honestly makes so much sense for Gene and Tina to be hooked up with Next Level. It just knocked it out of the park, really. And then at Rupp Arena too. I mean, the venue. I mean, the old venue in Frankfurt was okay. I mean, I think they had to tear it down, but being at Rupp Arena is just like, I mean, it's just a fantastic show to win. So yeah,
It is. Yeah.
definitely. So congratulations to you. And again, thank you very,
Thank
very
you.
much for doing this.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I was a little nervous. Now I got the nerves out, so now now we're good.
Yeah, and maybe next time we'll do a little bit longer one, or maybe I'll go to the store and we'll do it with the mic and all that. I'm
Okay.
losing weight too, which is
Oh,
good because I don't want to
yep.
stand next to Chad and look like a blimp. So yeah, not wanting to do that. So yeah, but thank you very, very much for your Kentucky Open Figure overall champion and also Next Level franchisee Robbi Tyler.
Yeah.
This is Kristen Duke, StrengthAddicts.com. Thank you.
See ya.